Okay, okay. For my AU of Rainbow Friends, they have like power ranks, okay? And so in the power ranks, yellow, he's at the complete top of the power rank. He's at the complete top. Green, he's at the second. He's a close second, mind you. Purple, he's the third. Orange is the fourth, and blue and cyan, if they both were to fight, they would be in a tie. So they both are fifth, and red, he's the weakest. He's literally at the bottom. Like, he's at literal rock bottom right now. Because he thinks he's better than them just because he's British and they are not British or UK or whatever. Just because of that, he thinks he's better than them. But the thing is, he's the weakest one, literally. Like, Purple can just spit venom on him and he can die because Purple's venom can literally melt your fucking skin off. And that shit hurts because if you ever had if you ever have burned your hand on something, I burned my hand on something in Diwali. It's like a festival where you burst fireworks. I actually burned my hand on it when I was a kid, and it hurted a lot. It hurted like hell. But anyways, let me get back to topic here. So yellow, he's kind of like the dictator of Rainbow Friends. Well, the other Rainbow Friends apart from red, because why would red listen to him? He thinks because red thinks he owns yellow, cyan and orange just because they are Indian, that's why. And it makes sense and it sort of makes sense. Well, of course not, red doesn't own them, of course, but he thinks he owns them because red's country was the one to first, well, British Empire actually ruled over India back in somewhere around the 1800s till 1947, where India got its freedom. But anyways, so yellow is kind of like the dictator. Well, he's like the boss of all of them because he's the strongest, excuse me. And I just ate dinner, please. Anyways, the other Rainbow Friends such as cyan, orange and blue, they listen to what yellow saying. It is saying, well, blue, he sometimes suspects on the stuff yellow saying, but he can't really speak up because he's like one of the weakest sitting with cyan in power, so he can't really say anything. Orange, he can't really say anything because if he does yellow will just eat him, sad. But the other two, but the second and third most powerful, aka Maxi and Baranan. Maximino's green, Baranan's purple, you guys know that. Maxi, he doesn't really like the stuff yellow says because yellow, he's not always right, nobody's always right, no one's always right. So when yellow talks about stuff extremely violent or anything, you see, if he's making plans and those plans green doesn't agree, Maxi doesn't agree with them, he starts back talking yellow. He starts talking back to him in a disrespectful manner. He used to talk back normally, how blue would talk back to yellow. Yellow wouldn't be that mad on him, but green, he's literally disrespecting him and talking back to him at the same time, which yellow doesn't really like getting disrespected. So these two start quarreling. Mahen and Maxi start quarreling. But unlike Maxi, Baranan, he learned to keep he doesn't agree with the stuff yellow says either. But he's learned to keep his mouth shut, unlike Maxi. When these two start getting in a quarrel, Baranan, he normally doesn't do anything. He doesn't intervene because, of course, yellow is the strongest, green is the second strongest. He doesn't want, if these two get physical, he doesn't want to be beaten up by them. But if they're in a normal shouting argument, he literally pushes them both away from each other before they start getting physical. And yeah, Maxi does have a crush on Mahin, but that doesn't mean he's agreeing on everything he's doing, It's like a small crush, not a really big crush. He doesn't really care about him, and he does care about him in the same way, if that makes any sense. So Maxi and Mahan have a love-hate relationship type, because Maxi, he literally slaps the fuck out of yellow, Mahan, he literally slaps him. And the thing about Maxi is that he can slap 4 times a second, which is really goddamn insane if I do say so myself. Good thing my mom doesn't have that ability. She Okay, so like he legit slaps Mahan like 4 times a second. He literally slaps him, and Mahan he tries to peck Green with the beak, but like Maxi he can easily just grab him by the beak and just push him away. The reason why Maxi is like the second close because he might be able to kill Yellow if he has like even blue. If blue is on Musazi aka blue, if Musazi is on Maximino's side, these two could literally brutally kill Mahen. So like Yellow he should kind of watch the way he's acting to them, because if these guys get mad enough on him, they will kill him. Like they can literally kill him, especially if Baranan and Maxi like get in a team, in a duo, then Mahan's dead, bro. He would get spit on, he'd get torn into shreds by tornadoes, all that stuff. Kind of brutal and grisly, but like Baranan, he's kind of like the smart one who knows when to talk and when not to talk. Now Maxi, he's a sassy gay Mexican. He will say whatever the hell he wants. He doesn't care. Like he's not scared of Mahen at all. Like no matter what Mahen does, he's not scared of him at all. And even Baranan aka Purple, even he's not that scared of Mahen, but he's scared of what Mahen does. He's not scared of Mahen, but he's scared of what he does, if that makes any sense. Because as you know, time and time again, Mahen is an absolute psychopath. He literally made his house out of metal and kaiju bones. Kaijus are giant monsters. He literally kills them and rips their bones out and makes it into his house. This guy's a badass. He's kind of a psychopath, but like Baranan and Harem, I mean not Harem, sorry, it's taking me some time to get used to these new names. Maximino and Baranan, these two, they know how fucked up he is. They know how messed up and crazy he is. They know, they're not stupid. They're not scared of him like Musazi. But like Damini aka Cyan and Harish aka Orange, these two are growing up with him. So they're kind of used and they don't really care about the way how crazy he acts. Like they're like meh. When he's brutally killing or eating someone, they don't really care. They're like meh. But if Musazi or Maxi or Baranan see him, they're just freaked out seeing him do that. It's because these guys are not really used to him. Yes, they might have been living for 30 plus or 40 plus years, but like they're still not really, able to live together, if that makes any sense. Because like if you're living with a roommate for like 5 years, you would still be surprised by the shit he does, like the dumb shit he does, which makes sense. But so I guess that's enough what I'm going to explain for this video for this time. So see you guys in the next one.